receiver and a 1,000-yard rusher on offense, which is always to have that experience and production is nice to be coming back. Defensively, having Josh Hill at safety, who's played a lot of games for us. Both corners are coming back, and have some experience at the defensive line with Tapodi and Kendrick Payne and DeAndre Coleman. Obviously, losing Michael Kendricks, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. There's a hole there that we need to fill, but we're excited about the young talent that we have to fill in there, and that played very well in the spring. And then our kicking game, obviously, losing our kicker and our punter last year, to be able to replace that as we move into the season. Vince D'Amato will take over the kicking role, and Cole Leninger, a freshman that's coming in right now, will take over the punting role. But it's great to be back at home, great for our fans. The stadium's coming along great. I just saw on the internet that they put down two rows of our field today, the first 2 rows, and we should be able to get on the field on August 15th to start practicing and open up September 1st against Nevada. So with that being said, questions?
Yeah, John Kropacker, San Francisco Chronicle. Jeff, in talking to your players, do you get a sense that they truly are excited about returning home? What's the sense you get from the players?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You know, I think last year AT&T did a great job of hosting us, and I think our players did a very nice job of trying to block out any of the distractions that we had. But after spring football, I had an opportunity to sit down with each and every one of our players and talk about the different things in their life, and many of them talked about the excitement of getting back home, getting back on a practice facility that we can practice in our field day in and day out, to be able to come back through the North Tunnel and play in that home environment that's so special at Memorial Stadium.
Right here in the left end on the 5th row.
Coach Tifford, taking into account the entirety of last season from beginning to end, where would you rank Zach Maynard in the Pac-12 as quarterback?
Well, I have a lot of confidence in Zach. I think he ranks right up there. I think as you look at as the season ended, we won 3 of our last 4 games in conference, with the only loss coming by 3 points at Stanford. And that was a great football game, and he played very solid in that game. I think the early struggles were really just about game management, and I think that comes with experience and knowledge of what we're doing, and I think he learned that over the time in the beginning of the season. So felt like we ended up very strong. I think his knowledge of the offense and experience in our offense and in our conference is just going to help create even more growth and development for him, and we expect big things out of him this year.
Question down here, 2nd row on the left.
Manish Pandey of Daily Sports Herald. To both Coach Tedford and Keenan Allen. Last year you guys had Marvin Jones, who was a great wideout threat that scared defenses, and you guys had 2 guys who really threatened the defense down the field. This year, with the lack of certainty with the second wideout, how do you guys feel you're going to be able to adapt with teams potentially focusing on Keenan and trying to stop him?
Do you want to answer that, Big Phil?
Yeah. Bringing in a couple freshmen, we would definitely look for them to come in and make plays, see what they can do on the field. And just the guys that we already had, Jackson Boza, Bryce McGovern, Maurice Harris, he's also coming in off a redshirt year. So we do got guys that know the offense and can definitely come in and play a big role.
Question 3rd row on the right, on the very end. John Kropacker, San Francisco Chronicle. Keenan, you have the opportunity this season, a rare opportunity to play with both your brother, Zach Maynard, and cousin, Maurice Harris. Can you talk about what that means to you for what will probably be your final season at Cal?
Definitely means a lot going out with those guys, having the support on the field as well as off the field with those guys. Just being able to count on them whenever I'm having a bad day or whenever they're having a bad day, we can always talk to each other and go out there and be a family.
Back row in the center.
This question is for Coach Tedford. Coach, you've been around this conference for quite some time, and Pac-12 is always known for having high-octane offenses. But with some of the new coaches that are coming in, how do you expect the pace of play to ramp up even more?
Well, I think it's an exciting year because with 4 new coaches coming in, I think year in and year out, you learn to have a history or a book on certain teams. So I think the novelty of new coaches coming in is the preparation is going to be exciting to kind of match up against those different types of offenses. We don't play Arizona this year as far as Coach Rodriguez is concerned, but obviously Leach and Mora and Coach Graham we play. And so, we're excited about that. I know there's a lot made about the offenses in our conference, but I would say there's a lot of real good defenses playing our conference as well. We've led the conference the last 2 years in total defense. I think, even though the offense gets a lot of credit, defenses are very strong. You have to bring your A game each and every week to be successful. And so I think that the league bringing new coaches in will energize what's going on and bring a lot of excitement to the table for the conference and for the fans.
In the right, 5th row.
Jeff, what exactly happened with Dom Gallis, and what's the timetable for his return?
Dominic pulled his pec muscle off his bone, his shoulder, and he's having surgery this afternoon, I believe. And depending on how that looks when they get in there, will really depend on the rehab time. But initially, they talk about maybe 3 months for rehab, which would put him somewhere, I believe, in the October range.
In the center, back row.
Hi, Coach. Sarah Cazell, Pac-12 Digital. We've been collecting fan questions from Twitter and Facebook, so we have one for you coming from Parker Lunsford from Facebook, and he simply wants to know, what is your main goal for this year?
The main goal for this year is to reach our full potential and win a conference championship and play at a national level. I think we've been bowl eligible 9 out of 10 years. The bar is high. There's a lot of expectation. I think obviously the fans have high expectations, but so do the team. The internal expectation is really important and really vital. And I know that's where our team wants to be. Last year we didn't play very well in the Holiday Bowl against Texas, and so I think the team is very, very motivated to reach the standard of where we believe we should be, and that's right there in the conference hunt.
Question on the far left, 5th row.
John Reach, CBS Sports. This question's for you, Keenan. Coming off your ankle surgery in March, are you able to cut at full speed, or are you going to be 100% heading into camp?
Yeah, going into camp, I plan to be 100%. Right now, I'm still gets a little fatigued in practice now. If I had to play a game today, I don't know if I'd be able to last all 4 quarters. But definitely trying to get back, take a rehab day by day, and get back right.
Question up in the theater seating, 5th row in the center.
Coach, I suspect you probably noticed when you came in, you're flanked by 2 beautiful bouquets of roses, and it's the longest drought between the Big Ten and the Pac-10 is Cal. Only 48 stars on the flag last time the Bears came down Colorado Boulevard on New Year's Day. Where does that rank as a motivation at the University of California for this group to be the ones that finally get the Bears to the Rose Bowl?
Well, there's no doubt that I think if you ask our fans if they'd rather be in the national championship game or in the Rose Bowl, they would pick the Rose Bowl. That's how much it means to the Cal fans, alumni, and it is. It's the measuring stick on where you want to be. And every single year we set out to do that. We've been close a couple times, but haven't quite knocked that door down. And so very excited about the opportunity this year, as the season starts anew, to strive to get there again. And it's I know it's been a long time, and it would feel great if this was the group that was able to do it. Obviously.
3rd row, far right. A question for Josh. Worked under Clancy Pendergrass for a couple of years now. How do you like having him as your coordinator? And what are your expectations for yourself for this season?
Me and Clancy, we have a great relationship. Just growing these past couple of years, we have a great understanding of how we both think or whatnot. And just me moving to safety is going to be a great factor to help us win. I just feel like the expectations for me, is just to be as best as I can be. I just want to help the team, make sure that we reach our potential. As everyone knows, we've been #1 in the pack, so we're just trying to make a trend to where we're #1 in the nation. So.
Question, the fourth row here on the left.
Sean Fitzy, California Golden Logs. Coach Tedford, I think it was last month you went out to New England and spent some time with the Patriots coaching staff. What did you get out of that? What was your goal, and what did you come away having learned?
Well, it's always important. I like to be able to go study other things about different programs. Obviously, the Patriots played at a high level and have for a long time, so to spend some coach time with Coach Belichick was great, and be able to visit with him just about a lot of different things as far as leadership and how to run a team and so on and so forth. But one of the main reasons was to look at their tight end package, and they do such a great job with their tight ends and how they involve them in the offense, and I think that's going to be critical for our success this year. Richard Rodgers is a talent that we have at tight end, and the way they put their tight ends in different places and create mismatches and so on and so forth. Keenan was asked a question earlier about how do you take some of the pressure off him. It's going to be by utilizing formations and putting guys in different positions. Keenan has such a great feel for the game that you can put him a lot of different places. He has great understanding. He can execute from all those positions. But it's going to be important that not only the young freshman tight ends, but the running backs, the tight ends, they have to figure into that equation in order for us to be successful and take some of the pressure off Keenan. But with the Patriots, besides visiting with Coach Belichick, it had a lot to do with their tight end play, and then obviously it was great to see Shane Vereen back there.
Do you have any additional questions for the group? Okay, that'll do it.